Hey, Pastor, what do you think of this movement?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I think that the
Sure.
principle behind this movement is noble, but the practice actually doesn't match the principle. When we're encouraging blacks to only support black-owned businesses, are they saying only support black-owned retailers? Black-owned retailers that buy from non-black suppliers, non-black distributors, non-black manufacturers. I mean, when you look at it, when you do a trace back or when you do a tracking, ultimately some non-blacks are going to be impacted or benefit from this practice. So, I mean, once again, I understand the principle behind it, but the practice and the principle don't match up. And actually, in this day and age, when we're calling for unity and we're calling for equality, what we're actually calling for is a nationwide discrimination against white businesses. I mean, imagine the outrage if white companies said, you know what, we're only going to do business with whites today, or if a Latino said, we only want to do business with Latinos today. It would be a nationwide outrage over these discriminatory practices. But, you know, I understand, once again, the principle, but the practice is not going to match up to this principle. It's going to be actually an exercise of futility.
Right. I hear what you're saying. Another one for you, Patsy. The first black Fed president, Raphael Bostic, working out of Atlanta, is warning that systemic racism, he says, has taken a toll on the economy. Do you agree with that assessment, and what can be done to right those wrongs, so to speak?
Well, when he says it's taking a toll on the economy, you know, we have to have a deeper dive into what he actually means by that. And when he accuses the Fed of systemic racism, you know, the Fed's job is to promote growth in banking institutions and federally FDIC institutions. There are over, if I'm not mistaken, there are over 5,000 FDIC-insured lenders in the country, and only 21 of them are black-owned. And so we have to promote growth among black-owned financial institutions, minority-owned financial institutions as a whole, to say the least. And I don't know if the racism is systemic. I believe that the opportunities are being provided and that we have to take more advantage of these opportunities provided to black banks. I'm actually working on an initiative with my partner to stimulate growth in minority-owned financial institutions. And so far, we haven't experienced any racism in the sense that we haven't been excluded from any of our endeavors. We're trying to be more inclusive. And, you know, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. I believe there are a number of us that need to become more educated in this field, in this arena, so we can take more advantage of the opportunities afforded by the Fed.
Very good. And Pastor, I've got to ask you about Kanye. You've worked closely with him. What's your take on his bid for president? Now, listen, some critics say he's just trying to take votes away from Joe Biden. What's your take on this?
I'm amazed, but not surprised. Nothing that he does surprises me. Now it's a whole new conspiracy theory out there that Kanye West colluded with Trump to drain votes from Joe Biden. So this tells me now Joe Biden is worried about Kanye West taking his votes. That tells you the type of candidate that Joe Biden is. And there is actually a groundswell of black people that will vote for Kanye West, white people too. So, you know, has Kanye West emerged as a serious third-party candidate? Well, according to the Democrats, he has, because the Republican Party, we find it amusing. The Democratic Party finds it alarming. So, Kanye,
now, you know him,
I'm
though.
not surprised.
Is this tongue-in-cheek, though, or is there just a little inkling of, you know what? Why don't I run for president?
He's going to run, I believe, and he's going to get some votes. He won't get any of Donald Trump's votes, though, I'll tell you that much. If he does get votes, he'll get Joe Biden's votes. He's not going to get. Can you imagine Kanye West? And this is what I would love to see. I would love to see Kanye West, Joe Biden, and Donald Trump on the debate stage together. I would love to see it. I'll pay big money to see those three on the debate stage together. I would love it. In fact, I might start a petition for it, and I'm advocating for it. I want to see those three together on the debate stage.